Hey guys, so I got two little projects we're gonna work on together at the same time actually, because neither of them alone are gonna take that long, so I figured I would just kind of work on both of them in one video, and then I'll show you the final result when they're done and demolded. Obviously, we're also gonna be using this heat mat today because I've not used it yet. I just got it and unboxed it, and so we're gonna try it out and see how it works. Now this frog, customer wants the pearls in the toes, pink glitter on the back, and then the holographic pink for the body. So that's that. This is I want to make like a cute little jewelry tray for my daughter. I printed off 2 pictures of her and her boyfriend, and I just did it on my regular printer, and then I Mod Podged over them, so that way like the ink don't get distorted or whatever whenever the resin hits it. And then so that's kind of where we're at. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing with this tray yet, as far as what we're putting in it, what colors we're doing and such, but we'll just kind of go with the flow as we get there. First thing we need to do is get these little pearl toes UV'd in. I am going to also be trying out my Let's Resin electric mixer to mix the resin later and see how it works. Even though it's not the one I ordered, I'm still gonna keep it and use it in, because I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely gonna be still better than me trying to mix resin by hand with the way my hands are with the weather getting crappy. I'm sure anybody out there that understands what the arthritis is like and stuff like that, they can absolutely understand what I'm going through. Now, I did go through before I started the video, and I just kind of picked out the pearls, the sizes for the toes, and put them aside here, so that way I knew what I could just grab and go. That way I wasn't fumbling around trying to find sizes and figure out what I was putting where and how, and it just makes things a lot easier if you just kind of go through and get all your sizes figured out before you start. Now, I am going to put the UV resin on a toothpick, and then I'm just going to let it kind of drip off, and I'm going to put it down in there. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because sometimes if you put too much of the UV resin down in there, it ends up getting places that you don't want it necessarily. See, just like I just did, Lord. It tends to get places that you don't really want it to get in, and then you have to sit and clean up that UV resin, which then tends to end up causing the pearls or stones or whatever you put in the toes, it ends up making it break away from the UV resin in the mold, and then you end up with floating toes, whatever you use to make your toes. So I know that it's probably not 100%, but I do this. It's my method. It works for me. If if maybe it could work for you guys, or if you're having issues with it, that might be a little trick for you guys if you need help with that. I've never had them yet knock on wood, break off on me. I've had eyes come out and float. And so, but I've never had the toes do it yet. I haven't decided if I'm doing eyes on him or not, her. I should say it's a her, because it's pink. But I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do the eyes on this frog yet or not, because I do have a couple picked out for this frog that are like the sticker ones that I think will match the frog coloring and all that better than any of the ones that I have in the glass eyes. I'm just gonna put this aside for now, that way I'm not getting anything on it. So I do have, like I said, ones picked out for that one, but problem is the sticker ones match better, okay, than the glass ones that I have as far as coloring and stuff. But I do like the way that the glass ones look better than the sticker when they're done. The outcome, you know, is a lot better. They look way nicer for the glass rather than the sticker ones. Now, this one also, I had bought some of the like glue-on lashes, because I'm gonna do some glue-on lashes on the frog as well. So I thought, you know, that'll kind of make the eyes a little better, seeing how I'm using the sticker ones instead of the glass ones. It'll kind of dress the eyes up a little bit more and not make them just look blah. But that's kind of where I'm at so far with it, guys. Now, I've done 100 of these frogs. No joke. I've made so many of them. So many different kinds, colors, themes, you know. Before I even started my YouTube channel, I was fiddling with the frog mold, because it was actually one of the first molds I got ever. And because I absolutely love dragons and frogs and lizards, and I just absolutely adore them. So yes, absolutely. The little dragon mold was one of the first ones I got, this frog mold, and I got like a couple other, like the dragon in the egg, the dragons in the eggs earring. Well, you can make earrings, or you can make pendants, or whatever you want with them. Yeah, those were kind of like the first molds I ever got. And then I got like a coaster set, which, oh boy, you guys, when I first started making coasters, here's a little story time for you. I didn't have alcohol inks. I didn't have any of that stuff. I had mica powders. I had like one set of mica powders from Let's Resin, and then I had like the 4-hour fast cure resin, and I had like, I don't know, a couple, you know, little things, a couple little glitters, a couple, like I didn't really have much, to be honest with you. And I was making, like, trying to make bloom coasters with mica powders and glitters and stuff like that. And I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I made bloom coasters way nicer with some of the mica powders than I've made with the, like, alcohol inks and stuff, like you're supposed to. And, like, before the whole Let's Resin 4-hour flash cure was, like, the resin to use for blooms, I was using it to make my blooms because it was the only resin that I had. So, it ended up being really cool that it ended up coming out to be that resin was, like, the best resin to use for blooms. And then now I'm seeing a lot of people try doing their blooms with certain mica powders, and stuff like that too. So I was like, man, that is awesome. Like, here I was, like, trying to make blooms with mica powders and this resin that I thought would never work because I thought it was way too thick of a resin to make blooms, and I thought maybe that was the reason why I was having a hard time making, like, bloom coasters. But no, honestly, it ended up being the best resin. And well, obviously I was just learning. I had no clue what I was doing. Like I said, like, it was awful. It was disgraceful. But they were actually, like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, like, the coasters turned out kind of cool. Like, they would have been pretty if they wouldn't have been, like, as blobby looking, I guess is, like, how I would say it. But because, the mica powders, I feel like, were too heavy, they ended up becoming, like, blobby. But other than that, like, the colors were really pretty, and you could see where, like, in some spots it started to, like, bloom a little bit. And then you also have to remember, like, it was 4-hour fast cure, right? And I, like a dummy, put the resin in the coasters and then started mixing all the colors. And I, by the time it got to pouring the colors in for the coaster, I, was already past the point of it being warm. And so I think had a lot of elements changed in that situation, that scenario. I think they would have turned out a lot nicer than what they did. But I digress. So here's my challenge to myself. I want to try and make coasters again, like I did last time, and like the first time I ever made them, with the mica powders and all that stuff. And I'm going to see if now compared to then, what the difference is with things that I've learned, techniques that I've learned, you know what I mean? So I want to kind of see what the difference is going to be. So that'll be a cool video too that I want to do. And I'll show you guys, like, my very first set of coasters compared to that set of coasters that we'll make. So you can see, 2 years ago, just starting out, not knowing what I was doing, compared to now. Alright, let's take a look at these little tootsies and see what they look like. Yep. Okay. Everything looks okay, you guys. So what I think we're gonna do now is we are going to get the resin mixed up for the belly, the back. I always say the belly, it's the back. The glitter mixed up for here and the elbows and the knees. And then I think I'm also going to mix up enough resin that we can pour the first layer of our tray and start kind of getting things mixed up in there too. So I will be right back in a minute. Okay, guys. Alright, guys, so we're back. I'm gonna put this away for a minute here and bring this over so we can see it. And I just mixed up like 2.5 ounces of resin to put my glitter in for the belly and the back. Oops, Lord. This thing is just gonna keep falling. I need to get the other one, the one I actually ordered, the one that has the stand and it's digital, because oh my. Okay, so I did mix up the resin like I said, and I'm gonna put the glitter in. I know she wanted pink. You know what I'm honestly thinking? I'm thinking about using some of Reptiles and Resins glitter and then doing the pink holographic, because I think that would be pretty together, but I better not, because it's more of a purple than a pink. So let's just use this, because I will put some of this in here. And then we'll give it a little mix to see how much is in there, how much more we need, or yeah, we're definitely gonna need a little bit more. And then I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of this like icy pink color and we're gonna come in with a little bit of that. And I got this pink that we're gonna put some of that in there. And if I can find the other one, this one, which it's just like purpley pink color holographic glitter. So, I don't know why, but that pink, when you put it in resin, it actually starts to make it kind of look purpley. And, so I'm kind of worried about that. That's why I threw some of the other pink in there, because I'm hoping that'll kind of like get rid of the more purpley tone to it that it might have, because I don't want it to be purple. She wants pink, so I don't want it to be purple. Now, if it has a little bit of like a purpley hue to it, she won't care about that. She actually picked like a purpley color and a pink color to mix together for her shelf that I made her. So I know she wouldn't be too upset if it kind of ended up having a little bit of a, like some purples in, you know, like in with it. But I know she wants it pink. Like, she wants the glitter pink, she wants the holographic pink, she wants like all of it pink. Now I am going to surprise her with the fact that I'm going to do the eyelashes, which she don't know about. And then I'm also gonna do her like feet coming up into the toes here. I'm gonna do it in the pink, or the gold. I'm sorry, pink lord. I'm gonna do it in the gold, so she's gonna have like the pink going into the gold, because she absolutely loves pink and gold together. So I thought that would be a really cute idea, and a lot of the other things I've made her were pink and gold. So alright, you guys, that looks pretty good. So we're going to find my fan. I don't know where my other little one's at, but I'm going to use this one for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a spoonful and I'm going to drop down in the knees and the elbows here. And if a little bit gets in some other spots, like, don't panic yourself, because you can, like, once it's dried, I wouldn't say all the way dried, like cured or anything, because once it's rock hard cured and you try to manipulate or move around too much, you're risking like breaking that seal. So, but like, if I have any cleanup that I need to do of any little spots that I want to get off, you know, what I do is I wait until it's kind of like that gummy consistency, and then I'll go in and I'll take and get it cleaned off with either my fingers usually, or you can use like a baby wipe or something with a little bit of alcohol on it, and it'll clean it off for you pretty good. Alright, that looks pretty good for the legs. Now for the elbows, I'm usually like pretty careful, so I'm sorry that, you know, if the video's long, but I try to be cautious and careful, because I don't want it like running down into where I don't want it to. I try to avoid, if I don't have to do extra cleanup and mess, then oh yeah, see, just like that. And I don't even know why it did that either, because I didn't even barely put anything in it. I literally just got done saying that. Oh, you guys, I can't tell you. I am... I'll tell you this. I've said it 100 million times, and I know you've heard me say it 100 million times. If I am not making the biggest stinking mess out there, it's not a project done by me. Because I will make every mess humanly possible. And yeah. So that elbow is good. So for this one, I'm gonna be even more careful and put even less on my spoon. There we go. Because I absolutely do not want it like running everywhere. And I apologize, my voice is terrible. I've been sick for a week now, and I just cannot get rid of it. I can't shake it. But I was running fevers that were like really high. Oh no, why are you running now? Like, I didn't even put that much in there. Oh my, you guys. Today's not my day. Nope, it's not. You know, I think that, like, whenever you're sick and not feeling good, you know, I feel like things always tend to be, like, I think they end up working out to be, like, worse, or either that, or it's just because you don't feel good that you tend to, like, feel like everything is just crashing and burning. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like that happens to me a lot. Like, whenever I'm trying to do something, whenever I'm sick, I just feel like if there is something to go wrong, it's gonna go wrong. But, now I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill the back of this frog. This glitter is freaking gorgeous. It's really pretty. I hope she ends up liking it. But I'm gonna do its back here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it aside, because I am gonna put it on the heat mat here for it to cure. But I want to get this part done, and then I want to get that tray started too, so that way I can get them both curing on that heat mat at the same time. And then once this is done curing and the tray's done curing, then I will come back and then I will finish the next step on both of them, which I will have some like serious cleanup to do on this frog, because it just started spilling everywhere. But that's okay, guys. We'll get it, okay? So I'm going to put that up there for now, and then I'm going to bring down this tray. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this glitter that I've left over for that, and I'm going to put it in the rim of this tray. And no, that was not my plan originally, but I don't know why. What I was thinking by making this much resin, this much glitter resin for that frog. So we're going to use it to do the rim of this tray. That's what we're going to do. And we still might even have a little bit extra because I think this is going to be even too much for that. So we might have to find something else to put this in. Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit too much even for this tray. But that's okay, guys, because what we're gonna do is we'll find something else to put this in. Put the glitter in real quick before it starts setting up and getting gross on us. But I just want like the rim of it. I don't want it like flooding out into everywhere else. So I'm trying to get some of it some of the extra off of it, just so that way we're not like having it flood out over into the center part, because I want as much of that center part to be open as possible, because I got some pictures to add in there, and then I got like some other stuff I want to put on there. So I literally just want that rim. Okay. So let's see, what can we do with the rest of this resin, guys? What mold can we put it in? Let me think here. Oh boy, I don't know. Oh my. Let's just put it in the bottom of this ashtray. Or it's not an ashtray, it's a tray, but it's not an ashtray. It's like a regular tray mold of some sort, like a little trinket tray. So let's put the rest of it down in here. And we can do something with this too. We can finish it up somehow, do something different with it too. I'm not exactly sure, but we will figure it out. I just pray that with using the heating mat, that it will help the resin cure and it won't like stay all mushy on me like everything's been because of the weather. I mean, I literally just I wanted to cry so bad because I made a couple things that ended up not turning out because they were soft and they won't cure. So I just kind of X those videos out, you know, because they're really no good now. I mean, you can't do anything with the stuff because it's ruined. Like, the things are ruined. You can't, once they don't cure, they don't cure. Like, they're not gonna cure. So we'll get that stuff cleaned up too later here. But for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this heating mat on, and I'm gonna just turn it on the low setting, like the low 2-hour setting, because neither three of these things that we have sitting here are like very thick, like thick molds. This is a thin layer, that's a thin layer, that's a thin layer. So it shouldn't really take long for it to cure anyhow, like, so I'm gonna just turn it on low, and then I'll kind of just check on it in like maybe an hour, and then I'll check on it in that hour. If it still seems like it's not really that far ahead, you know, then maybe I'll turn it up a little bit. But I don't know how this heating mat works because this is the first time I'm using it. This is the first time I've ever had a heating mat like this, so I'm not sure how fast it cures and stuff like that. I just want to, you know, kind of test it out myself and see what is what with it. And then, you know, whenever I come back on, when things are set up and cured so we can work on the next steps of things, I'll let you guys know what setting I had it on for how long and such, so that way you guys have an idea. For those of you that don't already have, you know, the heating mats and stuff, I guess I should say, because a lot of you are already way ahead of the game here on the heating mats and mixers and all that other stuff. So this is more for people who don't have them, interested in buying them, you know, kind of thing. So that way you guys will know. Kind of helps me keep track of things a little bit too, because then I can like go back on my video and be like, oh yeah, okay, that's right. This took 2 hours on the 2 hours, you know, setting to do this or that or whatever. So then I kind of have a way of tracking my own stuff too as well. So, alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this mess cleaned up. And then once everything is cured and set and dry, I will be back. Alright guys, love ya. Bye-bye. Hey guys, so I just wanted to let you know, I had them on the Let's Resin heat mat. I set it on the 2-hour setting. I really didn't think it was going to take 2 hours for it to cure because, you know, it was a really thin layer here and this was thicker, you know. But, I mean, it's still thin along the sides, but it was a, like, thicker amount this way. And then even the frog being, like, thicker a little bit here in the back area and that. And it literally took an hour. Cured. Cured. Like, it's all cured in an hour, literally. Now, so, here's my thing, right? So, I already know what I'm doing with this, because it's a customer order, and I already know what she wants. So, I got her stuff out here, and we're going to go ahead and start doing that. But, with this tray here, I've been tinkering around with some things while I've been waiting for it to cool off, and I got the pictures here and here. I got some little mushrooms and some little butterflies and stuff. And I don't know what else I'm gonna put in around, you know? So, I don't know. We'll kind of like mess with that more when we get to that point. But I just wanted to kind of show you guys, I guess, the layout of what I got so far. So, I got the pictures and the mushrooms and the little butterflies. And then I gotta try to figure out what other stuff to put in here. And then I'm gonna back it, you know. But that, I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's kind of what it looks like now. So we're gonna put that one aside because we'll work on that later. And then this, I was thinking, I love how this actually turned out, because at first I thought about cleaning all this off, right? Then I was like, I actually like how that looks. It almost looks like raindrops, right? And it looks like a rainy day. A pretty rainy day because it's pink. But if you look on the other side, like through the other side, you can see like how it looks like raindrops coming through. So I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm going to dust it with some pinks and purples, and or maybe just some pinks and golds or whatever. I'm not even sure yet on this, but I'm just gonna dust it with whatever, and then we're gonna pour it, okay? So, easy. Within a matter of a couple hours, full projects can be done. 3 full projects can be done. And, the whole worry about things not curing, yeah, I don't have to worry about that, because this heating mat did make it to where it's not gonna be smushy. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the gold. Let me make sure we are in picture here. Let me think. I'm just gonna move these for now, just because I don't want anything else to get on them. Even though they're kind of gonna be the same color scheme aspect, but I just want to make sure that I don't mess anything up. So, oh, that coffee is good. So we're gonna do gold up into the feet, and then we're gonna do holographic pink. And as you can see, this is kind of what it looks like right now. I thought about putting a cute little like Easter egg type of situation on it, and like putting a cute little tattoo on her little bum or something, making a cute little like tattoo. But I'm not sure what I would want to put on there. So I think what we're gonna do for now is we are going to just stick with the original plan for hers. Now, yeah, we're just gonna do the gold up into the feet here, up into the feet and the toes. Just kind of like, you know, make sure it's kind of spreading, you know, really good. And then we are going to, let's see here, get it around in there, get it around the toes, get it in the toes. But this brush is kind of like, okay, let me see if I can find a smaller one just to get in the holes a little bit smaller. Yeah, maybe this one will be better because I need to be able to get in around the little toes better. Yeah, that's good because I don't want to knock them pearls out of there. Like, I don't want the UV resin to get knocked loose. And I will say, because the UV resin is like underneath the toes, it will kind of prevent the color from like going on that part, you know what I mean? But all the other ones that I've ever made, they turn out really cute. They don't turn out looking weird or messed up or anything. So, and I know there's probably, you know, a better way to do this than what I'm doing it, but I'm just showing you how I do it and how, you know, it works for me, because I know there's probably 50 other ways to do this and better ways than what I'm even showing you to do. But you know, when I first started doing resin, there was a couple resin videos, like resin YouTubers and stuff, but there wasn't like that many videos on like how-tos and doing it from beginner and stuff like that. So, you know, I know it tends to make some longer videos at times, but I just kind of want to show and help people, because like I really didn't have much of that like instructional kind of stuff like whenever I started. So yeah, you might have a little bit longer videos at times, but it does help, you know. And even if you don't want to sit through the videos because they're long and it's stuff that you already know, so you just want to skip through the parts that, you know, you want to see, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, skip through it, because I don't care, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to try to make sure that if there's somebody out there that needs the help, they get it, or the tips or whatever. And I'm still learning, so I like to be able to show people what I'm doing, so that way, like, if another resin artist comes through, sees what I'm doing, and they can be like, hey, this or that might be easier for you, this is how I do it, you know. They help me out too, because they see what I'm doing in my videos, and they're like, okay, well, I've seen you doing this and you were struggling, so try this or that next time, you know. This works for me, that works for me. So, you know, it does benefit more than one way, and I love it. I appreciate it so much, because I like being able to learn different ways of doing things, even if I have like one certain way of doing something. like, for instance, the bloom coasters, you know, there's so many different ideas and different techniques and stuff like that. But, you know, I like learning different ones. And yeah, certain styles and that work better for me. Certain styles work better for somebody else. But I like to learn different ones because, you know, maybe one technique doesn't necessarily work as good on one style you're doing, but it might work on a different project you're working on for something else. And that's the beauty of it all, is that, you know, there's so many different artists out there with so many different ideas and views, and it's awesome. I absolutely, I love it. I love every bit of it. Like, I honestly wish I would have started doing resin a long time ago, because it cheers me up so much. And especially to be able to make things for people. Like, when I'm doing somebody's order, yes, I'm like super uber picky on it, but like, in the same sense too, I like to like throw my own little like spin on it, I guess, or twist on things sometimes, just so they know, like, oh, this came from Brandy, you know what I mean? Like, here's a cute little thing that, you know, we put in there, a little sticker or a little something that they can be like, oh, cute, look at that, and, you know, I didn't expect that. Or, and, you know, sometimes I throw like some extras in if I know they have little kids or grandkids or something. I'll throw like bookmarks or little keychains in for their backpacks, or just, you know, anything that I can, like, to make somebody smile or cheer somebody up. I love doing it. So it's amazing. You guys make me smile, and that's the reason why I continue doing what I'm doing. So I love to be able to, you know, make you guys smile too, in the same sense, in a way, you know what I mean? So now I'm just kind of like getting all this gold put on the little like feet and the feet and the toes. I almost said paws. Oh, I'm so used to dogs. But I don't want to go like too far down on the front, because I do want like a lot of it to be the pink coming up into the gold. So I just kind of like doing this part of the toes and the feet, and then down just a tiny bit into the leg. And then I'll start with the pink, and I'll start getting the pink put on. But I really hope she likes this. I mean, I'm sure she will. The jar, the pink, like, fairy tale inspired jar that I made the other day, the light up one, she seen it and she loved it. So, it got gifted to her. So, yeah, I, you know, didn't really, I kind of made inspirational type jar, because I know she likes the pinks and the golds and stuff like that, and she's bought so much other stuff of mine off of me, so I showed it to her and she really loved it. So I said, do you want it? And she was like, really? And I said, yeah. She's like, yeah. I was like, you don't have to take it if you don't want it. I said, you know, but I just wanted you to have the first offer of it if you wanted it. And yeah, So she was super happy with it, and she's very happy with her shelf, which I was like thrilled, because I was kind of worried that it was a little bit messed up with the top coat that I had done on it. So I was a little concerned that it wasn't exactly what she was looking for, but actually she ended up loving it, and she said it actually was better than what she, you know, had originally thought, had visioned in her head for it. So yeah, I was really happy, really happy to hear that. I gotta get a little bit more over here on this side, because I did go down a little bit further on this side than that one, and I don't want it to be like mismatchy looking. So, and I don't want it to look like line, you know. I kind of want it to like blend in from the gold into the pink, so that way it's not like, you know what I mean, just like straight cut lines everywhere. So, oh no. Alright guys, we are going to now start on the pink. And we're gonna get the pink painted on for her. I did, I don't know. I did go through, like, right before I started the video, and I cleaned up, like, some of the loose pieces, little loose pieces of resin and that was on the mold. What is that? Why is that not... Why is that not covering? I don't know, you guys. Because there's nothing there. There's like nothing on it. See, there's nothing. Because like I was just telling you guys, I went through and I cleaned up the molds and made sure there wasn't like no resin pieces stuck anywhere or nothing like that. And I don't know why it's acting like there is. I don't know, you guys. I'm not liking that. Because it's literally making like spots there, like nope. Yeah, it's making spots there. Like, almost like there's pieces of resin there stuck on the silicone. But there ain't. There's not. So, I don't know what that is. Oh, you guys. I feel like that the mold's messed up. So guess what? We might have to fix that somehow once it's cured. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use probably I know black always looks really good with like the holographics and the chameleons and stuff like that, right? But I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm going to make a like a dark pink and make it like a dark pink, but do let me think, like a black mixed in with the dark pink, so that way it's not just a dark pink, you know what I mean? So it has some kind of, it still has like the darkness to it, so it'll help pull out like the chameleons and the holographic colors and that stuff, but it'll have the pink color to it too, so that way if, you know, there's any spots or anything that are coming through, like it'll still kind of like match and blend in, you know what I mean? Because I don't want it to like look all wonky. And I was thinking too, they could, you know, like little spots like that on a frog, you can kind of get away with, right? Because they have like warts and, you know, like warts and little spots and stuff like that, where you can kind of play them off to be something else. But my thing is like, you know, I don't want it to look sloppy either. Like I don't want it to look like it was half done. If y'all know what I'm getting at. I don't want somebody to look at it and be like, oh yeah, you can tell she was in a hurry, just trying to hurry up and get it done, because parts of it are half done and half not done, and it, you know, it looks terrible, because that is not at all what I want. So I'm just gonna kind of like blend it up into that gold, where that gold's at too, here on the feet, so that way it kind of like meshes in with it, you know, guys. And then I'm just going to continue going up along here. And this pink holographic is so pretty, even poured with clear, like regular clear resin. It is absolutely gorgeous, because I've done it on a teddy bear to see like what it would look like to be put like with a clear background, instead of like just doing like black or whatever. So that's what we got so far. Now we're gonna get down in here, get this down in the head done. The head's the hard part, because you got to get up underneath like the chin, the head and the chin area, you guys. I'm sorry you're not gonna be able to really see what I'm doing, because I gotta be able to look down in there and see where I'm I'm getting. So I apologize, everybody. Let's get this chinny chin peanut under here. Okay. I got it now. Alright. So I got the chin and underneath the head. Now let's get the knee, leg, whatever you want to call this area. Woo, look at all that pink holographic powder going everywhere. Do 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 do. And another like kind of hard spot is getting down underneath of these legs, where these like spots here are, because you can't really see very good up in there and like down in there. So you try and you think you're getting it and you do the best you can. So this same thing, I'm just kind of dragging the pink up into the gold, and then I'll do that over here as well. I'll just drag the pink up into the gold here too. There we go. Just a smidge more. Oh, mama. Let's get the underneath of here done. There we go. I think we got it all. I think we did. Oh. Yep. See, this is why I'm glad I sit and go back over everything, because I totally would have just missed that whole spot. Underneath the knees back here. Because I did go on the sides underneath, but I didn't go like up underneath here. So there we go. Whoop. And then we need to get underneath of this knee over here. La 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 la. Touch it up, pop. Let's get up underneath this knee. This one's hard, you guys. Because I feel like this, you know, spot is like one of them spots that it's hard to get in, because it kind of like wipes off in certain areas that you're trying to get, like it wipes it off in another area. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so that's what we got so far. And I'm just gonna take this leftover powder and kind of go right over the surface of the frog where the glitter's at, on the belly, the back, the knees, the elbows, all of it. Just kind of go over it. Because believe it or not, like, it does shine through. It's really pretty. But okay, you guys, look at that. Woo my. Let's turn it over and see if we can kind of get a idea. Yeah, see, look at that. Her little bumps here are almost perfectly spot, you know what I mean? And then the gold where it comes down in here and here, and then up on the legs here and here, but then it goes into the pink. Yeah, you guys, I think that's gonna look so cute. So stupid cute when it's done. So we'll go ahead and put that aside. And we'll get that ready, because what we're gonna do is we'll pour that with a dark pink, like I said. Okay. And this one, this is cute. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the purple and the pink on this and kind of make it like both. Just kind of put a little bit in, like, on all over, just kind of like sporadically. Just kind of, you know, put it wherever. Just boo-hoo, wherever. I'm gonna have to buy like this stuff in jumbo because this the holographic colors, yeah, I'm gonna have to buy it in like big bulk amounts. I hope Let's Resin decides to sell it in big bulk amounts eventually, because I'm telling you, I'm gonna buy it because I love it, and everybody else loves it too, like how the colors end up turning out. So beautiful. I'm hoping this turns out how I think it's going to, with the like the little dots here. I'm hoping it turns out making it kind of look like it's raindrops. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Anybody know that song? And I know all kinds of old songs, trust me. My grandparents spent a lot of time with us grandkids growing up. Me more so than the other ones. I really spent a lot of time with them. I even lived with them as an adult. And growing up, you know, with my daughter. So, my gram was there through my whole entire pregnancy. The whole labor and delivery. She was right there beside me the whole time. And, that's a funny story, too, to tell. I should tell it while I'm painting these, being boring. So, how I found out I was pregnant with my daughter is a funny story. So, I mean, I feel really bad for the nurse that was involved in the situation at the time. But, so had a friend who was younger, and she was a couple years younger than me. She thought she was pregnant. Oh, I should probably tell you that I was diagnosed with endometriosis and Crohn's and a lot of other medical issues whenever I was really young. Okay, so when I was about 15, I was told that I'd never have kids, that I was infertile. I'd never had kids, which crushed me because I loved being a mom. I loved kids. I still do. I absolutely adore kids. And, so me and my daughter's dad, we both, never thought about having kids because I was told I couldn't, and so we just kind of, did our thing and lived our lives and lived like, a young couple, and was out working and having fun and doing whatever. But anyhow, I had this friend, and she was a couple years younger than me, like I was saying. She thought she was pregnant. She come over to my apartment. We lived across the hall from her and her boyfriend. And she could come over, and she's scared to go over to go get a pregnancy test by herself. So she asked me to go over with her and go get a pregnancy test. So I agreed. I told her, yeah, I'd go over with her. So I go over with her, and then she got scared. She didn't want to do the test by herself. So I told her, all right, I'll do the test with you, So I went in and did the test with her and everything, and come back out. And then a couple minutes into the whole testing and everything, the nurse had come out. She looks at my friend and says, well, you're not pregnant. And then she looks at me and says, but you are. And, I laughed at first and was like, oh, no. Like, no, I can't have kids, I just kind of chuckled and laughed it off and whatever. And then she was like, oh, no, I'm being serious, you're pregnant. And I was like, no. I was like, okay, starting to get upset, because like I told you guys, I had been told multiple times that I can't have kids. But that's like one of my wishes and dreams. I wished I always could have kids. So yeah, it's starting to upset me a little bit the more she keeps saying it. And I'm getting more and more agitated and upset. And finally, I look at her and I was like, you know what? It's a pretty sick joke, Like, I'm physically sitting here in front of you right now telling you I cannot have kids. I cannot get pregnant. And it absolutely destroys me that I can't have kids. And yet you're continuing on with your joke. So we go into the bathroom, and I take another test and come out, and here I went in this time and just did it by myself, you know what I mean? And I come back out, handed her the test. It comes back positive again, and I didn't know what to think, you know what I mean? So I went home, I told her dad. He thought I was crazy, full of baloney and whatever else too, because, I couldn't have kids. So we went to the doctors, made an appointment, and then sat through the appointment. They ended up telling me that, yeah, I was pregnant. And here, not only was I pregnant, but I was 4 months along. I never had morning sicknesses. I never had any kind of weird cravings. I never had anything that would make me think that, that I was pregnant, obviously. So, I mean, with all the medical problems I had too, I just guess probably I never really, would have chalked it out to be pregnancy anyhow, because I just automatically blew it off as one of my medical problems, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I was not only pregnant, but I was 4 months along. So, yeah, her dad and I, wow, started getting stuff gathered up, cribs and bassinets and clothes, and we just started grabbing and getting as fast as we can. Ended up having a baby shower like a month or 2 later. And then I went into labor with her at 10 o'clock at night. Was supposed to be induced at 6 o'clock the next morning. So I was telling my daughter's dad goodnight and everything, and he was leaving for the night and was gonna come back in the morning. So he was going home to sleep for a little bit before he come in the morning for them to induce me at 6 a.m. And I leaned over to give him a kiss goodnight, and my water broke, and I looked at him and I said, "You might want to sit back down, honey." And he goes, "No, I can't. I gotta leave. If not, they're gonna come in here and yell at me again." He's like, "I gotta go." And I said, "No, honey." I said, "You might want to go get the nurse and come in here and sit back down." He goes, "Why?" And I was like, "My water just broke." And he got up off that chair and out that door so fast. And, yeah. My daughter was born at 2 o'clock in the morning. And so the labor and delivery together was only 4 hours, which I couldn't believe. The doctors couldn't believe it either, because, it's first baby, labor and delivery is usually way longer, way harder. But I was very active during my pregnancy. I walked a lot, which really helped. Alright, I'm gonna go on a brief bathroom break while trying to think about what I want to do with this. And then I'll be right back, and we'll go ahead and finish this and get these poured. Alright, bye-bye. Alright, guys, so I put a little bit of clear resin with some marabou alcohol ink down in the bottom. Just clear, because I want to be able to put that stuff in there. I thought I hit record on my phone, but apparently I did not. So I apologize. It's literally just clear resin with a little bit of the marabou rainbow. And I debated on whether to put the rainbow in there or not. But, I did. So I literally just put 1 drop in there, and it was like, I made 2 ounces of resin in total, but I knew that was going to be way more than what I needed just to cover the bottom of this. But, I got some, like, little mushrooms and stuff like that over on the side that I kind of been dumping all my extras into. So they need finished filled up. So that's okay. I just, rather have more than what I need than not enough. You know how it goes. So I'm just kind of going through trying to drag up some of these little bubbles so I can get them popped, because some of them are laying on the bottom and they're not popping when I'm going over it with my torch. And I don't have my torch set up very high because I don't want to burn my molds, so a lot of times it don't catch the bubbles that are down a little bit lower. So just drag them up to the surface a little bit, and then we just torch them out. So, sorry my head's in the way. I'm trying to look to see if I see any more bubbles anywhere. Okay, you guys, I just moved it. I'm sorry, guys. I don't see any more, but we're gonna go ahead and just let it sit while we're sitting here, and I'll just kind of go over it real quick a couple more times, you know, a little bit here or there as we're putting the stuff in and whatnot. So I'm gonna start by putting this one down here in this corner. And let's see here. I hope me putting it on there helped it, because it did last time. So we're just gonna kind of push it down in there a little bit. And I hope it doesn't create any bubbles underneath of it, because I'm not gonna see it, unfortunately, until it's all done. So just kind of trying to get it down in there. And I want this over here, and then I want this one over here on this end. And then we're gonna put the other stuff on there. And you know, I'm glad I made that extra resin, because I am gonna need more to add in on top of this, because it's not very deep at all, you guys. Like, it's barely covering that bottom piece there. So we're gonna take this one, and it's gonna go right here. And then we're gonna take this butterfly, nuggets, and it's gonna go here. And then this mushroom, I want to go in the center. This one over here on the, I just keep dropping everything, you guys. This is gonna go right here. So I'm gonna take this little micro brush thing. I'm gonna push it down in. And then I need to get this down in there because it keeps lifting back up. We're gonna put the mushroom down in there. And then we're gonna put this butterfly down in here. And we okay, this has got to go down underneath the resin a little bit more on the side there. Yeah. And then we're going to put some resin over this so that way it'll go down and stop floating. Stop the floating on us. And we're going to turn it a little bit so that way it kind of, yeah, you guys, that looks better. So we're going to kind of take some of this resin and kind of scoop it over. That way it stays down a little bit more while we're putting some other things on it, because there's no resin on the top, and then it just keeps floating back up to the top of the tray here. So if we put some more on here, it'll start to stay down for us a little better. Yeah, that looks all right. Okay, so now I want to take a couple of these pearls. Let me turn you guys the other way. I'm going to take a couple of these pearls. I know that probably looks terrible from you guys' angle, because the pictures look all funky. Oh, I hope this turns out. I hope it's not ruined. I did seal them, but oh my, maybe I should have put a couple more coats on it. I did get those like laminating sheet things, but there's no way to like shut them, like seal them. So I don't know what to do about that, you guys. Like when you put the picture or whatever inside the two pieces of like laminating stuff, like it don't there's like no way of like closing it to like seal the picture in. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know how they work. I'm gonna have to check into it a little bit more and like research it a little bit more and kind of see how I can use them still, that I don't have to, you know, they won't be like wasted or whatever. Because yeah, you can tape them or whatever, but like then okay, so what? I could do that with 2 pieces of tape and put a picture inside of it just the same. So why would I need to buy those laminating papers things? So I don't know. I'm kind of irritated about it, but I'm kind of hoping that I can figure something out, that they're not like totally wasted. I mean, obviously I will figure something out with them, even if it means I, you know, just tape the edges shut. I will do something, yeah, because I'm not going to just throw them out or anything, so. Alright, now we're going to put some of these pink crystal things in here. And we're just randomly dropping wherever. The pearls, the pink crystals, we're just randomly dropping wherever they fall is where they fall. So, cause like I don't want it to look like all like, you know, perfectly placed or anything like that. I just kind of want it to look like a little randomness of this and that. And then I got these out too, because I thought about putting some of these flowers in there. I think they would be really pretty. So, let me see what, like, take some of these little pretty pink flowers and put on there. Yeah, you guys. Okay, so we will put some flowers there. And we'll put some here. We'll put some in there. And we'll put some here. But we gotta move that because it's kind of behind the sticker. And I don't want it to go behind the sticker. I like want it to stay like where it's actually gonna be seen. So let's see, what else can we do? Yep, let's just keep putting flowers down here and there. Ooh. Let's see, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's pretty. Okay, and then we're just gonna put these little pieces wherever. We can move these around, you know what I mean? So, I don't really care if some of them go different places. And we can move them wherever we want to. Like this here, you know, it's kind of over on the back of the picture. So we'll move that stuff. We'll move this stuff over here. And we'll move this stuff so you can see it. Move this stuff over here. Because like all this stuff's going to get backed. So you're not going to see it anyhow. So you might as well push it down into like the clear areas where you're actually going to be able to see them. Where they're going to be visible. So we're going to push these up here. Push these flowers over. Push this over here. Push that down. Push these down in there a little bit so we make sure they're gonna stay put in that resin. I am gonna be tomorrow starting to work on some fall coasters, and I cannot wait because I got so much cool fall stuff that we can put in coasters. I'm pumped. I'm pumped. Okay. So now what? Do I want to put more flowers or leave it? No, I better leave it because I don't want to make it like too busy. Alright, now let's take a little bit of this like super fine glitter and let's put some of that in there. Just like put it around, like boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 everywhere, wherever. Yeah, you guys. Okay, that's gonna be pretty. Alright, let's do some of the pink. And sprinkle some of this pink around in here. I mean, there's already quite a bit of glitter and stuff in here already, you guys, but because I put that marabou in there. But how pretty is this stuff though? Like, just kind of sprinkling it around to get the different mixes of the colors in there. And then, like, you're gonna have a little bit of that pretty, like, background. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we got so far. And, I'm pretty happy with that. So, let's go ahead and just put a little bit more on top so that way we can make sure that it's all covered for like our first layer is all covered here. And then once this is done curing in probably an hour, because I know it won't take very long, then we'll put the backing coat on it, which I'm not sure yet what color I'm gonna do as like the backing color for it, you guys. It'll probably be like a really pretty pink and gold or something, you know what I mean? Okay. Okay. I don't want that stuff like behind that sticker, so let's move it over a little bit more. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my. You guys. Okay. Let's get this curing. And then we'll be back in like an hour and we'll back it. And then we gotta pour them too, so they can get curing and drying too. Alright guys, see you in a little. Bye. Alright guys, so we're back. I got some resin mixed up here. I'm just kind of trying to let it degas a little bit before I start pouring. But this clear layer that I put over the stickers and pictures and all the stuff we put in there is completely dry. So, now I just left the heat mat on because I'm gonna go ahead and pour these and then let them completely cure, and just leave it on until they're all done. But I mixed up resin and I made this like really pretty like pinky purpley, but I put some of that holographic paste in there that I got from Temu. You could probably see it here on the side, but I put some of that in there too, so that way it would be like a pinky purple holographic kind of color to go in theme with our holographic colors here. So just to kind of show you a little bit, I mean, you can't really see it that great, but you can kind of see on some of it where the pictures and stuff are and the stickers and all that I put on there, where they're at, and the little flowers and stones and the pearls. I'm really hoping and praying she likes it. And I did go around the outer trim here with just a little bit of that pearl powder, the Aurora powder stuff that I got, just to kind of test it out and see, because if it ends up not being that great, obviously that purple pink color will come through anyhow, so it's not going to be a total wipeout. And if I have to, I can always, you know, color it whatever color I want to before I seal it. So, we are just going to go ahead and start. We're going to start by filling up the frog first. Then we're going to do the tray, and if I have any left, I'll do that. But I kind of want this to be a darker color. So I might add a little bit of black pigment paste to it. But I want to see how far this will get us first. So, oh wow, this color is beautiful. And I just kind of like mixed a bunch of colors together until I got this color. So, you know how that goes, you guys. You make a really beautiful color by accident, you know? And then you're like, crap, I wish I could, you know, make that color again because you like it. And you know, have an idea on something else you want to use it for, but you're like, oh crap, I don't even know how I made it. Exact, you know, colors. I mean, I have a roundabout idea. I think I could create it again if I wanted to. But it wouldn't be obviously the exact color. And this isn't like really dark. It's actually kind of still a little bit translucent in, like, you know, the shallower areas. And I wanted it like that on purpose because I didn't want it to be like super dark and behind some of the pictures and, you know, stuff like that. I kind of wanted it to be a little bit lighter. So I'm just gonna kind of drag this resin up into the toes here. Make sure all the little tootsies get covered. And then I will put a little bit more in to top it off the rest of the way. I so much love these frog molds. I think I'm going to make another frog, seeing how I have like extra frog molds now. I think I might make another frog that has I want to try an experiment, but I gotta dig out some things first before I do that. So that might be like a video for a couple weeks from now, but I got an idea on something I want to do. I want to try. So we'll have to kind of see how it works out. But yeah, I gotta find a couple things and dig out a couple of things first before we can try it. Okay, and then we'll have to torch that to get the bubbles out. And now we're going to go ahead and start filling this up. And this will probably take the rest of the resin I have in this cup, really. I don't really know if I'll have enough left to do that other one or not. Now, this is gonna take all of this. Yep. Which is fine, because I kind of had a feeling that was gonna happen. I made 8 ounces. I should have made 10. And I knew that too when I was doing it. I was yelling at myself, like, you need to make 10. But, oh, it's okay. It's okay. Because I wanted this tray to have like a nice thick doming on it. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, because depending on what I'm doing in the trays. But yeah. Uh-oh. It's starting to go over the edge a little bit over here, guys. Why, I don't know. Because my table was level. Oh no, okay. Let me move him up a little bit, because I am gonna have to clean this up a little bit here. And hope it don't make a terrible mess. Oh, you guys. Well, I can always, as long as it don't sorry guys, my head's in the way. As long as it don't overflow off the sides, I can trim it up later. That's no big deal. And then we're just gonna torch these bubbles out. And I'm gonna probably go mix up 2 more ounces to put in here. But I'm gonna add a little bit more black in this one. I want to try to if you dry the rim where it's leaking over, it will stop the leaking if it's dry. So that's what I'm trying to do, is dry this rim here a little bit so that way it quits running over. Well, I mean, I guess it's not like running over, but it is. You guys see how when you dry that and you clean it off and you dry it, the resin will stop. Oh my gosh, now the frog's leaking out over. Why? No. Nothing is liking me recently. Like, nothing. I seriously cannot win lately. Feels like everything I do is just not working out right for me. This stuff, between the toes and that, I'm not really that worried about because I can just take my X-Acto knife or the little scissors that I have and I can get them, you know, trimmed up really good in between. So I'm not like extremely worried about that. But I try to get as much of it as I can before it cures because it does make it easier in the end, right? So you try to get it the best you can. And I don't understand what's going on with this table because I literally just leveled it back up today because of the fact that I got that heat mat. And I didn't know if the heat mat was gonna throw it off or not, and apparently I don't know because it said it was level and now it's kind of like well, as you guys can see, it's all over the place. It was acting like it was level and then all of a sudden it's not, so I don't know what's going on with it. I'm gonna have to check it out a little better. I think I need to raise this back up a little bit too, because it seems like it's all wanting to lean that way. Alright, let's see. Let's see if we can get some of this cleaned up here. And see, it all keeps still wanting to run that way, even though I just lifted it up and it went. Acted like it was fine. Okay. I'm done messing with it, guys. We're just gonna let it cure, and then we'll clean it up after it's done. So I will be back as soon as we are done and these are cured, which probably be 3 hours maybe, I'm guessing, with the heat mat. So yeah, I'll see you in a couple hours, guys. Bye bye. Alright guys, so here we go. I did have to demold them off camera. I apologize. I was really having a hard time, ended up having to get a little bit of help to get some of them out. They didn't want to be on camera, so here we are. Holy pink, right guys? Yeah, don't worry. We're doing something different in the next video. Ain't gonna be pink. I feel like all I've been doing lately is pinks. But, this is the little tray that I made for my daughter and her fiance. It actually turned out really cute, but, next time I am going to do different with the pictures. She seen it this morning before she went to work, and she absolutely about cried when she seen it. She says, "Oh my gosh, how'd you get them pictures of me and him?" I said, "Yeah, Mom's sneaky." So, yeah, there's that. This is the bottom. I don't know if you guys really care to see it or not. It is pretty. The color is absolutely gorgeous that I mixed up by accident, you know. But yeah, it turned out really pretty. And then here's that tray that I haven't top coated any of this stuff. This is just literally straight out of the molds. I haven't like put the clear top coat on none of this or nothing yet. So it does need the, you know, the top coat on it. But look at this, you guys. Remember how I said, oh, I'm just gonna leave that resin, them resin pieces there because it'll make it kind of look like raindrops? Look at that, you guys. Isn't that freaking gorgeous? That is so pretty. This is gonna make one really, really pretty tray. Like, really pretty tray. I did make another one of these, and that's one of the ones I was telling you guys about that I was doing and it didn't cure right because of our weather, is before I got my new Let's Resin heat mat. So yeah, it's Rasta colored, like the red, yellow, and green, but it didn't cure right, so it's just floppy. So yeah, unfortunately, but yeah. You guys, this turned out absolutely beautiful, and somehow the inside turned out like rainbowy, even though I only used the pink and that pink and purple, the Let's Resin. You can see all different colors in there, you guys. It's literally rainbow coloring. And see, like, because of the holographic glitters in here, the different colors are bouncing off the different colors and making more other colors. You know what I mean? It's so pretty. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, and this is the back. This literally is like a green with that other purple color that I made to fill the trays in that with, and the frog over here, but I put the little bit was left out of these in there, and then I dumped, which is actually, I mixed a blue teal color, and it turned out like a green instead, but that's fine. I just swirled the like purple in with that green, and yeah, who cares, right? It's on the bottom anyhow, but I mean, it's still pretty. It's very pretty either way. And you know, purple and green, it goes together. It does. So, I mean, yeah. I love it. It's absolutely beautiful, you guys. And then here, this frog. I haven't put like no eyelashes or nothing on her yet. I literally just took her out. Like, I haven't done nothing with her. But I thought from, you know, when we poured it, there was so much overage and everything. I did clean it up a little bit, you know what I mean? But I thought for sure I was going to have a lot of trimming to do, a lot of cleanup to do. But I didn't. And look how cute her little feet turned out. And like her legs, how the gold goes into the pink. Oh my gosh, you guys, look how cute. And I think the colors with the glitter and the holographic pink, I think the glitter color and the holographic pink color actually turned out being a nice match. Like, it's not like too matching that they just blend together, but you can tell like they go together, you know what I mean? But yeah, look how pretty the gold into the pink legs are. And her little pearl toes all turned out perfect. Look at her eyes. Look at how beautiful her eyes are, you guys. They just, like, they match her colors. Like, they really do. They're like a purpley pink color, but they match her colors. It's just enough to not be the same colors, but you know what I mean? You know, oops, sorry guys. It kind of, you can tell it goes together. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine when I get her little lips on and I get her eyelashes on? She is gonna be so stinking cute. I thought about doing, hold on a minute, you guys. I'll show you real quick. I have, let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, these right here. Let go. Okay. Sorry, I had to fight it. See these like lips? I put some on my other frog that didn't cure right, that's kind of sitting over off to the side on a stand right now. But I put like a little set of these lips on the little back butt cheek right here. Has like a little lips tattoo on the bum. Oh, he's so cute. But I was thinking about putting her a little pair of lips on her, like on the front of her lips right there. How cute would that be? I'm gonna try it. Like, they're water slide stickers, so I can like put it on there, and if I don't like it, I can take it back off. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to keep it on there if we don't like it. And then I think I'm gonna take one of these little roses, or like one of these little butterflies here, and put on her, like on her back here somewhere, like maybe on one of her thighs or something. And then I thought about putting like a little butterfly or something right here, you know, and then putting like maybe one of the roses back here on her hind legs somewhere or something. But, you know, just kind of like dress her up a little bit. And then see about the little lippies on the front of her. I want to try and see what it looks like. But you guys, I got buttloads of these water slide stickers. I mean buttloads. Because I ordered a crap ton of them off of Temu. And then my daughter don't like to use the water slide stickers. So I have, like, look guys. I got piles. I got piles and piles and piles of them. So, I've been trying to like find little things that maybe I could do with them to use them, you know? And yeah, you can put them in like little UV resin pendants and stuff. And some of them are super stinking cute. You know, like there's a bunch of flower ones. These ones here, like these like vintagey blue ones, I was thinking about making little teapots and little teacups and putting them on there and making them look like little vintage tea sets. Oh, you guys, I'm just looking for the right kinds of molds for those. And then these ones are like Valentine ones, right? They have I love you and happy Valentine's Day. Them are adorable. But, like, they got really beautiful ones. They got, like, some that have lace and heels and stuff on them. They got every kind of flower and color you can imagine. A ton of different, stuff. Like, they got the, I can't think, feathers. And butterflies. And, like, Chinese symbols. And just... I'm not joking, you guys. Like, there is every stinking thing you can imagine in these. So, yeah, I just been trying to figure out, like, other little cute things to kind of do with them and use them for, because I have tons of it. Just tons. And this isn't even all of it. Like, I literally have... Let me just show you right quick here. Excuse my dog's potty pads. She's old, and I just keep them down in case she has an accident. But, like, you can see, like, I got these big packets here of, these aren't water slides, these are just, like, normal stickers, you know? And these are absolutely my favorite. I bought, like, several sets of these so far. I'm going to do, like, some coaster sets and stuff with these. And these are actually going to be made for me. For my own use. For my new place. But they're gorgeous. I'm going to make some trays and coasters for, like, my new place. For, like, my coffee. And, like, put my coffee and stuff on. I should put them into something separate, though, I guess. Right? But I don't. I'm too organized. I keep everything together. But I got a bunch of like decal stickers, and just like these are all like water slide stickers, foils, a whole pile of temporary tattoos. I mean, I got this whole entire thing right here is all filled with different kinds of stickers and temporary tattoos and whatever you can imagine, you guys. And then of course my piles of powders everywhere. And down here too, like I got all these beautiful stickers everywhere, and I don't know what to do with them all, because I'd buy like a whole pack of like 50 or 100, because there was like 1 or 2 stickers in there that I wanted, that I liked, that I wanted to do for a project, and then I didn't, you know what I mean? So then I have like 100 more stickers that I got sitting. But this is my stickers and tattoos, temporary tattoos, all my chameleon powders and flakes and all that stuff. Right here is all more, and all my markers and brushes and different stuff. And then down in this cabinet here, no, my floor is not dirty, I swear. It's just my craft room, so it needs painted. But this is all my glitters. In here, I got tons. And then this is all like for keychains and, you know, earrings and pendants and, oh my gosh, I got so much stuff in there. And then down here on the bottom is like all the extras. I got craft glues and glue guns and different kinds of flowers and flakes and all brushes and just, oh, I got tons and tons and tons of stuff. So I just need ideas. I got 2 totes underneath my table here that have molds in it as well. And then that box over there has all my seashells, all my sand and rocks and all that stuff. So just to give you guys a little idea. And then here's my printer, and then this whole filing cabinet is full of molds. My whole entire TV stand underneath my TV is full of molds, dried flowers, all kinds of stuff, Mod Podges, different kinds, diamond art stuff that, you know, like the gems and everything. And so this is what I want to do, you guys. I want to start doing lives, and once I can figure it out or get a different device, maybe, I don't know if that's what I need to do, is have a secondary device, like maybe use my daughter's iPad and my phone. But I want to start doing live crafting with you guys, and I want to be able to have you guys come on with me and pick a mold. You know, I'll go through, show you all the molds that I have. Some of you that watch my channel frequently, yeah, have a really good idea what molds I already have, because I've unboxed a lot of them on my channel already. So you guys already have like a pretty good idea of what I have. But for ones that don't, you know, I'm going to go through all of my molds. Probably not every single stinking one of them, but most of them, right? I'm going to lay them out, and then we can pick a mold, and then we can start designing it together. I want to be able to have you guys help me pick out colors, different glitters, inclusions, because I have piles of that too, you guys. Like, this whole bottom drawer down here is just nothing but pearls and different mylar flakes and stuff. And this is like the foils, all different colors of foils. I have like different kinds of papers that we can cut out and do them, or more foils, like marbled foils. And then I have these papers that I got are gorgeous, and I want to do some coasters with these. Then I have like this whole kit thing here of all different kinds of, I think they call them inclusions or something, but you can, like, all different kinds of stuff you can put in stuff. I'm not kidding when I tell you I got piles of stuff. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff down there. And then, like, I got all these pearls and glitters and flowers and stuff over here. There's all different kinds of beads and cogs and wheels and different kinds of stones and rocks and stuff, etc. These are all, like, the extra stuff. So, like, my lights, my tassels for my bookmarks, some packaging stuff, you know, my papers for my pocket hugs, the pen inserts to make the pens, corner pieces, like the corner pieces for your framing or boxes or whatever you want to do. I got 2 different colors of those. I've had them forever and haven't used them yet. And then these are for like the shakers. These are to put jewelry on, keychains or whatever, necklaces and that. This is a set of tray handles that I made, oh my gosh, probably a year or better ago, that have like pinks and golds and stuff in them. So beautiful. Never made the tray for it, but I got the handles and I got like stickers for pricing. This is where I keep all of like my odds and ends stuff, is in this little pocket. And then here is like all the rocks and stones and the eyeballs, the different, you know, crystals and different. These ones are really pretty, like the iridescent ones. And then I got these big eyeballs. I have no idea what I'm doing with them, because I got the wrong size by accident. Here's some cogs and wheels, different colored stones. I got pinks and purples and blacks. And then, these are more of those for the shakers, which I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really like them. These are the little dots, the little 3M dots that you put on the bottom, like your coasters and that. But yeah, guys, I think, you know, I want to do that sometime, do like a live crafting. And so, alright, well, thank you guys for coming along, and I will get this posted up for you guys, and then we're going to go ahead and start into our next project, you guys. Alright, thank you guys so much for all your love and support. I appreciate every single one of you so much. I love you. God bless. Goodbye.